This is the 2021 Fountain 38 Tournament Edition. And let's go ahead and walk you up the side. And stepping aboard, let's go ahead and give you a look around. And let's start here in the aft with this quad package of Mercury 400s. Now, this boat has 600 hours on it, and keep in mind that what makes this boat unusual in the market is this boat is mechanic maintained. And I know that sounds unusual, but what it means is this owner uses his Mercury mechanic not only as a mechanic, but he uses it as the day-to-day caretaker of the entire boat. And also that Mercury mechanic is the only person who captains the boat. So just a very unusual circumstance of the ultimate care. Now, each of these motors are on their own hydraulic jack plate, as well as each has the upgrade Sportmaster lowers. And one thing I want to make sure to mention is this boat is equipped with the Reverso automatic flush system. And what that means is you hook a hose up, you push one button, and it automatically goes through and flushes each individual motor for 15 minutes. Just a great system. And here on the starboard, you're going to see a built-in pull-out deep reach swim ladder. And then right above that, you're going to see the remote for the stereo. And if I just go ahead and move slightly forward, you'll see your freshwater shower. And now moving to the center, you're going to see a rack of rocket launchers. And then if I come to the far port side, you're going to see your water fill as well as your waste pump out. And now moving forward, that will bring us in to this very spacious cockpit. And here's a view of this open cockpit with the aft seating removed. And to remove the aft seating is just a couple of levers. It takes like 30 seconds. I just think Fountain does a great job in providing comfortable aft seating and then giving the owner the ability to quickly remove it. Well, that leads us to these dual pressurized 50-gallon live wells. Now, these are fed from a sea chest, a 2-pump sea chest, and as you can see, just cavernous. And then moving to the starboard side, you've got this dive door, and it has a custom telescoping ladder. And one thing to keep in mind, this is the only quad Fountain 38 with a dive door in the world. And here's a shot on the port side of your freshwater washdown with storage. And then if I come over, you've got your raw water washdown with storage. And now's a good time to open up some of these compartments in the deck. And let's start with these fish boxes with overboard discharge. And Fountain gives you plenty of them. Just look at the size of these fish boxes, and you'll see one forward, And then if I come over to the port side once again and forward. And now that brings us to the center, and you'll see fantastic access to all your aft workings, but just an incredibly clean and well-maintained bilge. And now facing forward, let's go ahead and show you the tackle station. And you'll see here, Fountain provides you just a very large tackle station, and you'll see an abundance of trays, drawers, and storage. And moving down below, you'll see this large frigid rigid slide out cooler. And that's just great thinking by Fountain, because when you slide out the large cooler, you have extra aft facing seating. And then moving to the side of the tackle station, you'll see just a ton of trays and drawer storage. And then on the starboard side, same thing. And moving above, you'll see Fountain just provides a very large hardtop. Now in this hardtop, you're gonna see a couple sets of rocket launchers here on the aft, but a good time to mention that there's 64 rod holders on this boat. Just incredible. Now this hardtop has not only extra grab handles to hold on, but it also has built-in speakers, built-in lights. And one additional special feature this owner had installed in the hardtop is this color 9-inch touchscreen SIMRAD. And what that allows is, from the tackle station, your crew can see exactly what's below the boat. And moving to the top, you're gonna see your radar plus these Gemlux carbon fiber outriggers. And moving forward, that brings us up to this extremely comfortable Helm seat. And you'll see these have flip down bolsters as well as flip down footrests. And then if I go ahead and I face forward, our actual Helm. And let's start at the top with this extra lockable storage. Then if we come down below, you'll see twin lockable glove compartments, as well as a Ritchie compass. That brings us down to these twin 16-inch SIMRAD multifunction displays. And these units will display your GPS, your sonar, your radar, your vessel view, as well as your night vision camera. And that brings us to the most important buttons on the boat. And once again, Mercury really just shocks the senses with how quiet these 400s are. I mean, just incredible. And then down below that, you're going to see your JL audio system, and it pretty much has speakers everywhere you turn. And that brings us to a row of switches all the way across. And then that brings us down to this 9-inch SIMRAD, which acts as vessel view, allowing the captain to quickly look down and see all his running information. And then right next to that, you're going to see your trim tab indicators as well as your jack plate controls. And then moving to the far starboard side, you've got your SIMRAD VHF. And then if I come down here, you've got your windlass controls. And now that brings us to the starboard side of the console and your marine head. And you'll see here, it's a lockable marine head. Just go ahead and open up, and that will give us a view of this large marine head. And you'll see there, it's got a sink, storage, and if I turn towards the aft, you're gonna see all your battery switches, your keys, and your breakers. And now if I just open up back here, you will see you have incredible access to all your workings beyond the helm. And it's just great for you to be able to step in and immediately have access to your batteries, your battery charger, all your workings. And then built into the gunnels, you'll see Fountain gives you rod storage on both port and starboard. And that brings us up to the bow, and you'll see with this Fountain 38 Tournament Edition, it really does have dual personalities. Number one, it just has a tremendous amount of comfortable seating, but then it also has the personality of a serious offshore fishing boat. And here's a good view of this just very large double lounge. And you'll see it's got drink holders as well as rod holders on each side. And of course you can remove these cushions. And then if I go ahead and open up, you'll see you have a tremendous amount of storage, but keep in mind this doubles as an insulated fish box. And then moving forward, you've got this very large coffin box, which provides an abundance of extra seating. And if I go ahead and just lift up here, it also provides a tremendous amount of storage. And now opening up the forward deck, you're going to see massive storage, and that's on both port and starboard. You'll see some fenders in there. And then if I come to the center, Fountain just provides a massive fish box. And then all the way forward in the bow, you're going to see an additional saltwater washdown with storage. And that brings us all the way forward to this 96-inch Rodan GPS trolling motor. And that brings us up to our Lumar windlass with a remote control. And now's the time of the video where I give a condition report and I name opportunities for the new owner to improve this boat. So starting with condition. I've sold one previous boat for this owner, and it is an unusual scenario where he has a Mercury mechanic actually maintain the day-to-day care of his boat. And I will tell you, his boats are just kept immaculate. And the records are equally as impressive. The boats never want for anything. The owner keeps an open checkbook with them. And this one is just incredibly well outfitted. And it comes with a 24,000 pound Evolution trailer. I mean, this boat is just cared for well. It is outfitted well. And just to give you an example, if I turn around, this is the record keeping that this Mercury mechanic uses on this boat. And if you look, he's got everything from every invoice, every service ever done, all organized in meticulous fashion, to crazy things like if you go back here, you're going to find all the details that have ever been detailed on the boat. Plus, he has all the engine scans, everything you're going to want to know about the care and the health of this boat. So when I say this boat is truly unique, I mean it, because I deal with a lot of boat owners, and I don't know anyone else who in the day-to-day care hires a marine professional to actually make sure the boat is cared for to the highest standards. In terms of opportunities for the new owner to improve this boat, I mean, the one thing you can say about a mechanic doing all the day-to-day care is he repairs things as they happen. So there really is nothing that needs to be done to this boat. If I want to be nitpicky, the top of these cowlings are a little bit faded, but I mean, I'm being real nitpicky on that. I don't see much that needs to be done with this boat. And this boat is ready for either island hopping or 100 miles offshore with your friends. And just wanted to give you a look of this 24,000 pound 2020 Evolution trailer. Now this is a triple axle with electric over hydraulic disc brakes. And this includes a locking toolbox and the Ford TPMS system.